Imagine if a ghost could solve its own murder. That's exactly what happened in 1897 in the quiet rural town of Greenbrier County, West Virginia. A young woman named Zona Heaster Shue was found dead at the bottom of the stairs in her home. Her husband, Erasmus Edward Shue, claimed he discovered her lifeless body and was overcome with grief. The town doctor examines Zona briefly, then writes her death off as an everlasting faint, a catch-all term for heart failure. No foul play is suspected, and Zona is quickly buried. But in this peaceful little town, nothing stays buried for long. But something about her death didn't sit right with her mother, Mary Jane Heaster. She felt deep in her soul that something darker had happened. A few weeks after the burial, something strange began happening to Mary Jane. Night after night, she had terrifying dreams. In these dreams, Zona appeared to her, cold, pale, and with a twisted neck. Zona's ghost didn't just visit her mother, she spoke. She whispered a horrifying truth. Her death was no accident. She revealed that her husband, Edward, had murdered her in a fit of rage. She showed her mother exactly how it happened, how Edward had strangled her and snapped her neck with brutal force. Then, in the most haunting detail of all, Zona's ghost turned her head completely around to reveal her broken neck. Mary Jane, now convinced that these visions were real, knew she had to act. But how do you convince anyone that a ghost has revealed the truth? She was determined to try. She went straight to the local prosecutor, John Preston, and demanded that Zona's body be exhumed for a proper autopsy. Preston was skeptical at first. Who wouldn't be? The idea that a ghost could expose a murderer seemed impossible. But Mary Jane was relentless. She wouldn't let it go, and something about her unwavering belief in Zona's message finally convinced him to reopen the case. Zona's body was exhumed, and what the autopsy revealed was nothing short of shocking. Her neck had been broken. The doctors found that her windpipe had been crushed, and her neck was dislocated between the first and second vertebrae, exactly as her ghost had shown her mother. All the signs pointed to one thing: murder. And the prime suspect? Edward Shue, her husband. Edward was arrested and put on trial for Zona's murder. But the drama didn't stop there. In a twist that stunned the courtroom, Mary Jane Heaster took the stand and testified that her daughter's ghost had revealed the truth. She described in vivid detail the haunting dreams where Zona's spirit appeared and showed how Edward had killed her. The jury was in disbelief. How could a ghost's testimony be taken seriously? But the forensic evidence was undeniable. Zona's injuries were real, and Edward's suspicious behavior during her death and burial couldn't be ignored. In the end, the jury found Edward Shue guilty of murder, and he was sentenced to life in prison. The ghostly testimony may have seemed unbelievable, but it was enough to help bring justice to Zona. After the trial, Zona's ghost was never seen again. It was as if, once the truth came to light, her spirit could finally rest in peace. Today, the Greenbrier ghost remains one of the most extraordinary murder cases in American history, the only case where a ghost helped convict a killer. What about you? Ever had a ghostly encounter or something you just can't explain? Drop your story in the comments. I'll be going through all of them. And if you're into wild, unbelievable stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out more of my videos for even more spine-chilling tales.